This video is about your request to lift a no-contact order and to discuss some options that could increase your safety. We are here to support you in your decision. It is important to remember that ultimately, it is the court's decision whether the order will be dismissed. There are additional options besides completely lifting a no-contact order. You can talk with a victim witness coordinator or advocate about possible modifications or changes while keeping portions of the order in place. We know that what you're going through is probably very complicated, but know that you are not alone. You will also receive all of this information in writing after the video, so do not worry if you do not catch it all now. First, let's go over the difference between a victim witness coordinator and an advocate. A victim witness coordinator acts as support staff to the lawyers that represent the state of Iowa in court. Their job is to provide you with information on how the criminal justice system works and give you updates on the criminal case. Victim witness coordinators do not have confidentiality, and what you say to them can be shared with the lawyer. An advocate works for a domestic violence program. An advocate has completed all of the necessary training to provide confidential support, counseling, and advocacy. They can help you find housing, financial resources, support groups, and programs for your children. They can provide support as you navigate the court system. What you say under most conditions to an advocate is confidential and cannot be shared without your authorization. Now, we'll hear from an advocate about some common questions and concerns.
The state of Iowa issued a no-contact order because the judge found probable cause that a domestic abuse assault was committed. The reason this order is in place is to prevent your partner or ex-partner from abusing you any further, threatening to abuse you, or having contact with you. You probably have some questions or concerns about how the no-contact order is affecting you. You are always welcome to ask for help in understanding the order. You can talk to the victim witness coordinator, your local domestic violence agency, the Iowa Coalition Against Domestic Violence, or law enforcement officers.
What happens if I feel in danger and the order is no longer in place?
You are the expert on your situation. You know better than anyone else what your partner or ex-partner is capable of. If you feel you're in immediate danger, contact law enforcement. If you are concerned about safety and would like a safety plan, contact your local domestic violence agency. Their information will be included in the packet you receive at the end of this video. Remember, an advocate is someone who works at your local domestic violence program. We support you throughout this entire process, and this support is free and confidential.
I'm feeling pressured to lift the no-contact order. Is there anything I can do?
If you are feeling pressure to drop the no-contact order, you may want to contact your local domestic violence agency before making any decisions. There are resources that can help and well-trained individuals to walk you through this process and talk to you about your options. Not obeying the no-contact order is a crime, and in some cases, additional charges may be added against the person arrested. It is important you also follow the conditions of the no-contact order. If you allow contact or make contact with your partner or abuser, you may also face criminal prosecution. No-contact orders can be modified and do not have to be dismissed to allow for some contact. For example, arranging child visitation.
What will happen to the criminal charges if the no-contact order is dropped?
The court handles the criminal charges and the no-contact order separately. If the no-contact order is dismissed, the criminal charges are not dismissed with it. It is up to the prosecutor to decide whether to pursue the criminal charges. You may talk to an advocate or the victim witness coordinator about what you would like to see happen, but the decision is up to the prosecutor. Remember, whatever you say to the victim witness coordinator can be shared with the prosecutor. Abusive behavior takes many forms. The following are just a few examples of abuse. If any sound familiar, you are not alone. Call and talk with an advocate. They will be kind, supportive, and non-judgmental. Calls you names, humiliates you or makes you feel worthless, denies you access to money, breaks things that are important to you, makes threats about you, your family, or family pets, pressures you to do things you aren't comfortable with, tells you who you can or can't hang out with. Your safety is our concern. Here are tips for keeping you safe. They are divided into two areas: plan and protect. Plan. If you have a cell phone, try to keep it as charged as possible and on you at all times. You can also get an emergency 911 phone from your local domestic violence program. Consider keeping your 911 phone in a hidden and safe place so you can get to it quickly when an emergency arises. Make a plan for where you will go if you need to leave your home. Whether it is a family member's, friends, co-workers, hotel, or shelter, make sure they know what your plan is. Keep an emergency bag packed and hidden in a safe spot unknown by your partner or ex-partner. Examples would be at work, in your trunk, or at a friend or family member's house. Sit down with your children and go over what the plan will be if they feel that they are in danger or if they see you are in danger. Think about your exit strategies. What door will you use to get out of the house? If the doors are blocked, is there a window you can escape from? Protect. If you can, consider replacing your locks, installing sensory lights, or a security camera. If your partner or ex-partner is stalking, write down his or her behavior, call the police to report it, and meet with a domestic violence advocate to talk through things you can do to stay safe. Make sure you change all electronic passwords regularly and delete the browsing history off of your computer. When an argument or assault is happening, if you can, stay away from garages, kitchens, bathrooms, or any areas containing weapons, tools, or farm equipment.
You can call your local program 24/7 to talk with an advocate or schedule a time to meet with an advocate in a setting that works for you. Also, you can contact the Domestic Violence State Hotline at 1-800-942-0333 or go to icadv.org for more information. Remember, we're here to support you.